Given the sheer scope of the series, it's no surprise that Pokémon has gotten its fair share of spin-offs. From Pokémon Ranger to Poképark to Pokémon Tournament, each spin-off has its own unique vibes to it. Most of the games take place in either faraway regions, such as Pokémon Ranger with Fiore or Pokémon Tournament with Farum, whereas others, such as Poképark, exist in alternate universes separate from the main series. Because of that, you would expect that the Pokémon Mystery Dungeon subseries of games would fall into the same latter category, but there's something kind of different about it. For those who don't know, the Pokémon Mystery Dungeon games follow an isekai sort of formula. The basic premise is that the protagonist, a human, has been transported to a world inhabited exclusively by Pokémon, and transformed into one as well. After meeting a partner Pokémon and most likely joining some sort of team or guild, the protagonist must traverse various dungeons alongside their partner Pokémon in order to find a way back home. That all sounds well and good, but the thing that used to confuse me is that the Pokémon of the Pokémon Mystery Dungeon world know about humans. They acknowledge humans, but they only acknowledge them as fictional beings. Quote, "Humans don't exist anywhere except in fairy tales," or that's what I always thought. The partner, Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity. I always wondered how the Pokémon of the Mystery Dungeon world knew about humans if humans don't exist in their world, but I always used to write it off as a silly, he-who, Pokémon fictional in real world, human fictional in Pokémon world gaff. But that was until a very crucial detail in the most popular games in the subseries hit me like a freaking truck. Major spoilers for the Explorers games, Explorers of Sky, Time, and Darkness. If you have not played these games, my God, avoid discussion about it because everybody spoils them. And I don't want to be that kind of person. So if you have never played these games, and you intend to, I should make that very clear. If you never have played these games, and you intend to play them, do not watch the rest of the video. Because a lot of it involves this one plot point. Alright, we all here? We all played the game? Or at least, know about it? Okay, so, in Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky, Time, and Darkness, the big plot twist around halfway through the game is that the amnesiac protagonist, who could only remember their name and that they were human, is actually from a ruined future, fighting alongside their partner Pokémon Grovyle against the traitorous Dusknoir, who use their amnesic state to gain their trust and vilify Grovyle. That sounds pretty straightforward, straightforward for a DS game plot twist. Until a very glaring issue becomes apparent. The protagonist is from the ruined future of the Mystery Dungeon world. When you go to the ruined future, there's no other humans in sight, by the way. It's quite clearly a desolate version of the world you previously ventured through as a Pokemon. So, considering that there's no other humans around, and only very few Pokemon, it's very unlikely that there's just a secret society of humans there, so how did the protagonist, a human, get to the Mystery Dungeon world? Well, that question remained unanswered for over 9 years, until Generation 7 of Pokemon finally gave us enough hints to put together the puzzle. Generation 7, Sun and Moon, introduced the concept of Ultra Space, a spatial realm that connects a bunch of alternate dimensions and worlds together, and connects them pretty much to the main series universe. Ultra Space can be accessed by Ultra Wormholes, which are commonly opened by the Light Trio, Solgaleo, Lunala, and Necrozma, but they can also occur naturally. Canonically, there have been cases of people falling into Ultra Wormholes deemed as fallers, as well as cases where societies have been formed within Ultra Wormholes, such as the case with Ultra Megalotropolis and the Ultra Recon Squad. Considering every Ultra Space area you visit in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon contains at least one Pokemon and rarely any humans, it's not out of the question that one world in Ultra Space was inhabited by Pokemon exclusively, who wound up making themselves an entire society that would go on to become the world of Pokémon Mystery Dungeon. Perhaps the protagonist from the Explorers games was a faller who never actually returned to the main series world. That's not all, however, as another bizarre connection between the main series games and Mystery Dungeon exists. In the aforementioned Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, Time, and Darkness games, in order to evolve a Nosepass, you require an item known as the Coronet Rock. Quote, a rock that radiates a peculiar energy, rumored only to exist on Mount Coronet, a place that no one knows anything about. It allows certain kinds of Pokémon to evolve. Notice that it directly refers to Mount Coronet in the tooltip. Mount Coronet is not an area in Pokémon Mystery Dungeon. None of the Mystery Dungeon games allow you to go there. And do you know why? Because Mount Coronet is from the Sinnoh region of Pokémon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. The thing that strikes me as odd is the fact that they know what Mount Coronet is, but don't know anything about it. This could be one of two things. Either A, the inhabitants of the Pokémon Mystery Dungeon world heard about Mount Coronet via Fallers and coined the name Coronet Rock after this mysterious otherworldly place, or the PMD world is an alternate version of the main game's world in the same way that the Ultra Ruin is an alternate future version of Howoli City from Alola, and Mount Coronet actually exists in the PMD world. While I don't really have any evidence that could prove one of these possibilities more likely than the other, both of the potential answers still point to the Pokémon Mystery Dungeon world being connected to the main series world via Ultra Space. This last little tidbit isn't necessarily evidence, but it's a neat thing that may potentially be a hint at what my theory proposes. Canonically, Ultra Wormholes were discovered by a man named Mon, husband of Luzumine of the Aether Foundation and father to Lily and Gladion. Gladion in particular is the main rival of Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, and has a bizarre connection to the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. Both his encounter and battle themes are guitar remixes of the Runaway Fugitives theme from the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team. Here, have a listen. The main series games have never really gone out of their way to reference the Mystery Dungeon series, so it's quite interesting that the son of the man who discovered Ultra Space has a guitar remix of one of the most pivotal songs from the original Mystery Dungeon games as his theme. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know not all of my evidence is necessarily damning, but I feel like there's enough here to have a fun time discussing it, and maybe even considering it. At the end of the day, it's just a theory, a hypothesis, a headcanon maybe. So don't take this too seriously if you think that there are glaring contradictions anywhere. It's just something fun I was thinking about. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think that the Mystery Dungeon world is connected to the main series world? Do you think that my theory holds water? Can you think of any other Pokemon spin-off games that could be related to the main series via Ultra Space? Let me know. But at the end of the day, like I said, just a theory. A game theory! I have been Nick, Nexus Nick. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.